Hey guys, and welcome to a video episode of my thoughts, funnily enough. I want to apologize first if there's any sort of squeaking or whatever coming from the house. Other people are home, and I don't do vlogs as much only because I try to wait for complete silence, but then I never get any of them done, and I really want to do one for this. Today, I think I went to the theater for the first time in all of this year. I don't really get out to the theater much, and I went to go see The Disaster Artist, starring James Franco and Dave Franco, about the making of and the history of Tommy Wiseau's masterpiece, The Room. And I thought that it was phenomenal. If we weren't getting a new Star Wars movie in like a week, and if Wonder Woman didn't come out this year, I would say it would probably be my favorite movie of 2017. But you know, we got a lot of great movies this year. 2017 has been really a good year for movies. So I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway, I thought it was very good. I'm not going to go into spoiler territory because I assume if you're at any interested in it, you'll probably go see it. This isn't like a big budget movie where you're going to see the spoilers all over Twitter. This is based on events that happened. I thought it was well done. I thought all of the actors both resembled and acted a lot like the people they were portraying, even when in character. I thought that the girl who played, the actress who played Lisa in The Room, I cannot remember either of their names, she was very good, very like that. I think Josh Hutcherson was really good as the guy who played Denny. We had Zac Efron as the guy who played Chris R., and I thought he was good. I'm going to be honest, I'm not really a huge James Franco fan, and I'm even less of a fan of Dave Franco because he was in season 9 of Scrubs, and that kind of ruined him for me. But I thought they were both really good in this movie, and I thought that they both portrayed the characters very well. I especially like how like people keep saying like in the movie that like Tommy Wiseau looks like he should be a villain, because I've always kind of felt that, like I think it's a scene from Thor: Dark World where he looks like Tommy Wiseau, Tom Hiddleston with the long black hair and the green shirt. He looks like Tommy Wiseau in the "You are tearing me apart, Lisa" scene. So I think James Franco did a really good impression of Tommy Wiseau. I think he nailed the voice, but I also think he really nailed the mannerisms, which is really how you have to sell it. And I thought it was very well done. Even the gratuitous Seth Rogen was in it because he's friends with James Franco. I even thought he was good. I wasn't distracted by the fact that it's Seth Rogen. Which, when it comes to making movies, when you have actors who have friends who they put in their movies, sometimes it's distracting. Adam Sandler does it a lot, where you watch an Adam Sandler movie and Rob Schneider's in it, and Rob Schneider's an okay actor, but it takes me out of it because I'm like, oh, here's Rob Schneider. I don't see him as a character. I see him as I see him as Rob Schneider. But I think that Seth Rogen really sold me on his character in the movie. I also like how this is a movie that's about the history of The Room, and it answered none of the questions that I had after seeing all the reviews. Because full disclosure, I haven't actually seen the entirety of The Room, which I kind of want to rectify, because I am going to read The Disaster Artist, and I definitely want to do a video on it one day. It probably won't be anytime soon, but I definitely want to do a video on it. So I'm going to actually have to watch The Room in its entirety. I might actually buy it on DVD just to own it. Yeah, but I thought it was extremely well done. I mean, as a film student who there's the scene where Tommy Wiseau writes The Room, where he's doing it on like a typewriter, and he's like, yeah, freaking out, like, I can't write it, and he's having trouble. And like, I know how that feels because I'm writing my first feature screenplay in my screenwriting class, and it had just killed me. It has killed me this entire semester. It's been really bad. And like, we had to bring it in for feedback, and like, before we started, my professor was like, oh, do you have any, like, ideas of what you think is wrong with it? And I, like, completely straight-faced went, yeah, I mean, I know what the big problem is, it's that I don't have talent. And, you know, people laughed. I was half joking, but I was also kind of half like, while I was writing it, I was like, what am I even doing? I have nothing to show for this. What am I doing in this class? This is the worst script I've ever read. And all the stuff I hated about it was what people liked. Which I guess is the inverse of The Room. Everything that Tommy Wiseau thought was great is what people thought was the worst. But what works, works. I mean, I think Mel Brooks said it best, or wrote it best, depending on which version of The Producers you've seen. But someone can make more money with a flop than they can with a hit, and I think that's exactly what Tommy Wiseau did. But the entire movie, it is brilliant. It's shot really well. It even had actors in it that I'm not really a fan of. Like, I'm just not really a fan of Hannibal Buress. It's nothing against him. I don't know, there's just, like, the way that he presents himself when he acts, because he's one of those actors who is always himself. You know, like, he always has the same sort of personality, and it kind of grates, because you expect them to be different in things, but I thought it was extremely well done. And I thought that, you know, it's funny, too. There were a lot of funny jokes. The movie was very funny. Like, all the jokes hit. I don't think there was a single thing, that was meant to be funny that I found uncomfortable. And the theater was, it was not exploding with laughter, only because there were only like 20 people, 30 tops in the theater. And I don't know if it was because it was like 2:30 on a Sunday afternoon, or because this is like a kind of indie, not really indie, because, you know, James Franco and A24 and, like, they're kind of indie, but they're also kind of big, and it was distributed by New Line, and, you know, but there were not that many people. You know, the entire orchestra section, like, where you have, like, the raised part and the lower part empty, no one. And there were, like, not that many people. There was an old couple behind me. I went with my brother behind us, and they were jostling the chairs the whole time. When they came in and sat down, they're knocking my chair back and forth. How do you do that when you're sitting down? I don't get it. And they were talking the whole time. I think they snuck in, to be honest, because old people do that. But I did, otherwise, with that, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. I thought it was very good. Like I said, my favorite movie with James Franco in it. And if we didn't have all these great movies coming out in 2017, I would say best movie of the year. Like, I would give that movie an Oscar. I would. But, like, we got Star Wars, we got Wonder Woman, you know, we have, for the life of me, I can't think of any other, Thor Ragnarok, Spider-Man Homecoming, that's a lot of superhero movies. I don't really watch anything else. But we got so many awesome movies this year that, like, this is just one of many great movies. But if this came out last year, I would say it was probably the best movie. It probably would have been the best movie of 2016. Because, you know, we got Batman v Superman, and, you know, those train wrecks. But no, 2016 had Star Trek Beyond. But, you know, anyway, like, I think it was a really good movie, and I thought it was great. You know, and the best part is, this isn't really a spoiler. But in case you don't want to know anything about the movie, spoilers from here on out. There's a bit, before the credits where they play the scene from The Room and the reshoot, the shot-for-shot remake from The Disaster Artist, and it's done really well. There are parts where you know that, like, James Franco, when he did the "I did not hit her, it is bullshit, I did not hit her, I did not." Oh, hi, Mark. He, like, holds the "I did not" longer than, Tommy Wiseau did. But I think he did the "You are tearing me apart, Lisa" very well. The bit in the flower shop where he's like, "Oh, hi, doggy," that was done good. And I saw FilmBrain's video on, The Disaster Artist before I saw it, and I think he did it he said it very well, that I think the fact that James and Dave Franco were brothers made it like there was really good chemistry between them, because their relationship is kind of like one of brothers, in the sense that, like, they live together at the beginning, and then something happens, and they get into fights, and it was very, familial, very sibling-like, which I thought was enhanced by the fact that they are brothers, and, I don't know anything about their personal lives, but just based on my own experiences with my brother, they had to have gotten into fights when they were kids or something, that's what brothers do. So, I thought it was very well done. I'm kind of rambling now, so I'm going to cut it off here. Overall, my thoughts on this movie are, it is brilliant. One of the best movies I've seen this year, and definitely one of the best movies I've seen ever, I think. It's not the type of movie I'd normally see. I tend to like sci-fi and stuff like that, but this is definitely a good movie. I don't really have a rating system on this show, but 2 thumbs up, 5 stars, whatever rating system you prefer, I give it the top rating. It was a very good movie. I thought it was phenomenal. I thought all the actors were good, the writing was good, the cinematography was great, and really that's really all I have to say about it. So those were my thoughts. If you like this video, you can subscribe and check out my other videos, and I will see you in the next video. See you then. Thank you all for watching, and if you liked the video, you can hit subscribe and watch one of my other videos. My videos can be found on any of these fine sites, and if you want to help out, maybe consider supporting the show on Patreon. See you next time.